We're live, fellas.
Live at camp.
Yes, sir.
There's literally no one else got a fire right now.
Really?
I ain't seen nobody.
Burger here.
And it's early still. It's like
Yeah,
7.
7:50.
Yeah, they got a fire there.
Oh, is that? It's behind that truck.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Live and in action from Tuckahoe.
Scrubbing.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we do talk loud enough.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, the audio's gonna be kind of whack.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, we are in Tuckahoe, Scrubbin, Sylvania. Sylvania?
This is Scrubbin County.
Scrubbin County. Anyways, yeah, this is our annual Thanksgiving hunt.
That y'all have heard a ton about.
Yeah, if you've kept up with the podcast, you know that we have been looking forward to this week.
For a while.
And
Long
it
while.
has it's been a week. We can get into that in a second, but it's been a week. We are
A
Tired.
good week.
tired.
Good week.
Yeah, so what's up, guys? This is the Southern Roots Podcast. We got episode 14, I believe it is.
I think.
I'm pretty sure it's 14
I have no idea.
because we said 12 last time and it was actually 13.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we're terrible.
Yeah.
Wow,
Bad,
bad.
right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How do we
so
forget so
episode
early?
14, we're going to get crazy when it's like in the hundreds, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be like, oh, this is 103, and it's like 132.
Dyslexic, bro.
That would
Dyslexic, yeah.
Anyways,
We also found that out today. Apparently, we're all dyslexic.
Yeah, every single one of us.
yeah. Anyways,
And you don't
yeah,
believe.
we've got bunches of social media, guys.
Yep, we got the TikTok, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel, the Instagram. Go like, subscribe, comment. What else is there? Is that all the
Share.
share? Yes.
Yeah.
Any interaction we really appreciate. So do all of it, please.
Yeah, all of it's a ton of help. It's more interaction, the better, especially on like TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, here.
That's a coyote.
Y'all probably can't hear it on the camera. That's the
That's the
coyote.
first
right?
coyote we've
That's-
heard
yeah,
out
that's
there.
Yeah,
Which is
always-
weird because we used to always hear.
Oh,
Last-
we're not
we-
sleeping in the tent now either.
Yeah, that is true.
I haven't heard any.
A couple weeks ago for the bonus hunt, me and Shane was in the tent. They were
going nuts?
They,
They
were
were
going
going insane.
nuts. Yeah.
Before
So
we get too far into this, though, so we got our first guest.
yes.
Y'all
Hi,
have
guys.
seen him in a video. Really good friend of ours, Robbie. So he'll be in probably every single video of this Thanksgiving hunt,
Yeah.
which I guess we're about to get into.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's get right
Let's
into
go
it,
with the
man.
first hunt.
Well, let's start with when we got here. So
Yeah.
me and you got here Monday
Yeah.
night.
Monday night. Late Monday night.
Like a little 10:30 is when we got here. Set up camp. We got done set up camp like 11:30, 11:45.
Yeah. It was. We were. Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed up because after you set everything up, man, you kind of worry the excitement, all that stuff. So we stayed at like 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Got up late, like 9. Went did some scouting, and then went and sat that evening. Robbie got here
About
Tuesday
12.
afternoon, about 12.
Yep.
Did y'all hunt? Y'all hunt?
No, we didn't
Tuesday
hunt
morning.
Tuesday morning. No.
Okay.
We didn't even have intentions on hunting Tuesday morning.
Yeah, once
we
we
were
figured out how
gonna
late we were getting here.
Yeah, we were strictly just getting out here and was gonna scout. We actually went and scouted in a whole area, just about,
That we haven't
and
touched.
we haven't touched all week. So, but
And y'all are about to find out why.
yeah. But
So that was day in hunt number 1. There was nothing exciting. He sat for like an hour, came back, started some chili. Seth got here late. What time?
I don't even know. Was it?
it was,
It was right
after
before.
8,
It was right about the
8:30.
chili, 8:30. I
Yeah.
think it was
Yeah,
right
it was-
before we ate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we
Around
ate.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, he pulled up and we're like, oh wow, it's 8:31. We can go eat now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We was at his trailer and
Yeah.
we ran to the camper because we were starving.
We're starving.
Starving like Marvin, boy.
So
But-
we have been eating good out here. Though Robbie made some banging chili Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was that deer meat in there was.
Was it good?
Yeah,
I
it
already
was
ate
good.
before.
Yeah,
so
it was
I didn't
good.
have it.
It
So
was good. It's still in the crock pot.
so Seth got here.
That's probably not good.
Yeah, that's not good. Burger, come here. And y'all going to hear me call for my dog several times to make sure I'm going to mess with the other campers. We got some other campers around. He normally does pretty good, but this is Ruger for the ones that don't know. He's my little buddy. He's a little out there sometimes. So Tuesday night we just hung out. They were going to get up and go hunt early. Me and Andy were going to do a late morning hunt. Wednesday morning, we got up and it was pouring
rain.
Yeah, like
Robbie came and woke me up, like face to face.
Yeah,
And like, hey, I was like, yo, yeah, it's raining. I said, then we're not hunting. And I went back to sleep.
Yeah, so we got up about 9 that morning, made breakfast. By the time we got done making breakfast and eating, it stopped raining. So we went and did some scouting, some more. We actually split up. They went somewhere. Me and Andy went somewhere. I don't know if y'all see this in the video or not, but me and Andy walked 1.7 miles on
I
this
don't know how far we walked because we didn't do the tracking like y'all
yeah,
did.
the tracking is
But,
legit.
Like, there was multiple times we were over 400, 500 yards.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all probably walked well over. I'd be willing to bet.
Yeah, 'cause
we were
a
stopping
mile
in
to
3 different spots.
3 spots.
we got right at 700 yards from the buggy. And we thought about hunting that area too, so we took the long way out so we didn't disturb back through everywhere we just walked. By the time we got back to the buggy, it was 1.7 miles.
Nice.
Dang.
Yeah, it tells you your speed you walk and everything.
Yeah,
Slow.
so average
It's like
speed,
your average speed. Yeah, it was actually like
3 miles per hour.
yeah, which is not
Boys were
like,
humping it.
When we got on that road, yes,
we
sir.
yeah, because we walked the road, a big loop around.
Yeah.
When we got on that road, that probably
That sped it up.
upped our
Oh, yeah.
average for sure.
Up to our average.
So,
because
then
we
we-
was moving.
After we scouted, we actually thought they shot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so we came out and we were in the buggy. We were literally tracking them like we do deer. I was looking at tracks in the road.
we were. No joke.
That's how we
I
knew.
didn't know
That's
that.
how we knew around about where y'all were at. That's how we were able to find you.
Yeah,
Really, I didn't know that.
yeah. We legit was
I
like
just remember y'all got to it. Y'all shoot. I was like, no.
Yeah, we thought y'all shot.
yeah, because when we come out, we thought y'all shot. Because when we come out, as soon as we come out, we saw your tracks to your side by side. And
Yeah,
we're
and
like,
the shots were close to us.
yeah, and we're like, oh, that had to be them. They've loaded it up,
There was 4 shots, 2 different guns.
and y'all had
Both
two
had
different
2
guns.
different guns. I was
Yeah.
like, they may have gotten to a pack of hogs.
That
Yeah,
would have been sweet.
Yeah.
And they were like
Yeah.
5 minutes apart.
Dang, that would have been dope.
yeah.
So the first 2 shots were back to back. And then 5 minutes later, there's 2 more shots back to back.
Gotcha.
I was like, they may have got to a pack of hogs. So we went hunting y'all down.
Legitly.
Legitly. To try to find y'all. We found it ended up not, y'all were just scouting around and all that stuff. So we came back, went and sat, saw nothing. Me and Andy actually climbed that night, and we heard a pig, probably 30 minutes before shooting light, and it just never came out.
Yeah.
Never worked out.
Yeah.
What was my first hunt? I can't even remember.
Ruger, here.
Where did we hunt together, didn't we?
Same
Not
area.
together.
Y'all went to the that little pine flat.
Yeah,
in
that's
Oak
right.
Bottom.
No, that was
Oh, that was such a
that
bust
was
for
Wednesday
me.
night. Yeah, yeah.
Cause,
Yeah,
so
'cause
I,
you ran
I
into,
dropped
like, 3
him
people.
off into a spot, and the spot I was gonna go, I literally seen the guy climbing. I was like, oh, and so I was like, I'll just walk straight, and I'll get away from him and get away from Robbie, and then I seen the clear cut. Y'all know where the clear cut is up there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, I might just sit on that. So I walk to that, and I look over, and I see someone sitting. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I'm just cornered.
Yeah.
And I was like, the only way I'm seeing something is someone shoots and it spooks
And it
too.
runs to you.
Yeah, so I was pretty
Which
sure.
we got in a little
it
bit
was
later than we
chopped.
wanted to as well, because we spent more time out there scouting than what we wanted to.
Yeah.
Just you lose track of time out here, man. There's no cell phone service.
So you don't even
Oh.
use your phone, so you don't even think about it.
Yeah, the only reason we use our phone is for Onyx. I keep my phone on airplane mode while we're out here,
I do too.
Yeah.
just to save the battery. I do have my watch, but I'm bad about checking it. So we lose track of time, and it gets away from us quick out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's
swear.
and also this week out here is crazy busy with hunters.
Oh, every
I think
year.
this WMA is open up for deer.
But I'll be honest with you, this year hasn't been as crazy as previous.
I
It
told
really
him
hasn't.
that on the way back today.
It really
tonight.
hasn't.
I think the rain deterred a lot of people,
yeah, because it rained 2 days.
and it started to rain again this morning.
But
Burger.
Burger, chill out. Come here.
We
Sit down.
got, what was it? We got here Monday. There was already, what, 2 pages?
No, there's a full page.
Oh, full page.
We were like the 4th ones on, on the 2nd page.
Now there's, I think, what?
Last I checked, there were 4.5 pages.
Yeah, 4.5 pages of people signed in out here. So there's a good bit of people out here.
Or that have been out here.
Yeah,
They might
and
not
then-
be here no more.
Yeah, that's true. You only sign in once. Like me and Shane signed in Monday night, and you don't have to sign in again. So, yeah, it's so nice. But yeah, it's packed out here. Not as bad as previous, but there's still a ton of people out here. They only open this up for deer with rifles twice a year, and sometimes
there's an early gun hunt.
Yeah.
That's a youth gun hunt.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
they have the bonus hunt.
Do
they have-
they have that every year, the bonus hunt?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they have this hunt.
Gotcha.
And then it's open for bows.
Yeah, it's
But-
open bow season and all that, but I think I was told bow season you can't after November 1st is over out here.
You can hunt with a bow deer. Done.
I got you. Well, maybe I got some.
Anytime rifle's open, you can hunt with a bow. You're
Can
not
you?
putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm saying, but when it's not open,
Yeah,
like-
Like once it closes for deer Saturday, it's done.
yeah, you can't hunt with bow or anything out here.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
closed for the year.
So, but yeah, that's Wednesday. Wasn't it Wednesday?
That was Wednesday.
Yeah,
So
Thanks.
Thursday,
Thanksgiving.
yeah. So we came
Yeah.
back. We
It's
came
moving
back.
pretty fast.
We came.
We are.
Well, we're about to get to the meat of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we came back Wednesday night. We had dinner. What did we have? Ruger. Enough.
What did we have Wednesday? Oh, Reuben sandwiches.
Reuben's, that's
yeah,
right.
them things.
Those
good,
things were
too.
smacking.
Ruger. Come here.
Better listen.
Why don't you, Rob?
I don't know why.
I know why. We're not gonna get into it though.
Ruger. Get over here. Come on.
He's smacking
He
the
is
crap out of Robbie with
smacking
that
Robbie.
tail.
Sit down. You need to calm your butt down.
He's been chilling all night.
Yeah. And he gets around Robbie, he acts like a nutcase.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
I don't know why
No
neither.
idea.
What do you do to him?
I don't do anything. He just comes up here.
Just kidding.
I just start petting him and he goes crazy.
That's it. You show him attention.
Yeah, don't do that.
Shane's showing him attention right now.
Yeah, but Shane also beats him too sometimes.
I wouldn't say beat. let's tone that back a little bit.
He disciplines him
There you go.
Let's get back.
the correct way. Are they?
I told y'all, bro. There ain't been nothing going on over at camp.
Oh, that means they may have an animal.
That means they've been tracking for a minute.
They have been tracking for a long time. That's tough. We did that.
We're about to get into that.
Yeah. So we had the Rubens Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night. That's right.
We had the Rubens Wednesday night, and they were, dude, I can mess up some Rubens.
I love
Oh, those
Reuben,
were
man.
good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Love them. Love them. I don't make them. They're easy to make too, and they're really not that expensive to have. I really need to make them more often.
Yeah, they were so good.
But-
So that's what we had Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning. So Thursday morning I didn't really plan on doing any early morning hunts, at all. But we have to go back to spend Thanksgiving with our
Yeah.
families. So we got to get out here at a good time Thursday morning, make it back for lunch with the families and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So me and Andy have sat together every time. That way, one person can film, one person shooting.
Yeah.
Those two sat close to each other. I'll let y'all start with y'all's hunt, and then we'll go.
It was on accident. 'cause-
It was on
so
accident.
we walked in and
Real
So I-
quick. We all went to the same general area. They stopped before we did,
yes,
and then they
And we
parked the
went
buggy,
another-
and we went another 200.
400
400
yards. I think
yards.
it's
It was-
400 yards straight to the woods.
Yeah, it was 400 yards, and then we stopped and got out. So that will
Yes.
be important information
Yes,
in
yes,
a
yes.
little bit.
So we were walking in and we were at this little spot or whatever by a bunch of cypress knees.
Yeah.
And I asked Robbie, I was like, "You can hunt here if you want. You can keep walking." He kept going with me, and then I was like, "I'm probably gonna hunt here if you want to keep walking." So that's what he did. So I was starting to get everything ready. And I started climbing the tree, and he walks about 100 yards.
At best, I would say.
About 100 yards and climbs, and I'm
Alright,
like
so-
in view.
Let's go ahead and get this out there too. He has the same app that we have, Onyx,
But didn't decide
and
to use
decided not to use it.
Yeah.
And walked straight to a lake.
it straight at it. Like he almost ran, like almost fell in the
I
water.
mean, he was sitting on the when we went back and walked by his climber. I mean, he was sitting on the
On the edge.
On the ridge.
on the
Like-
pond dam, the lake dam.
If he would have had a fishing pole, he could have fished by his.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was great. I mean, like, and he said, I didn't even know there was a lake behind me.
Like I y'all probably see it in the video or in the YouTube video
Yeah.
where I zoom in on him.
Come on.
Like it was just funny, but I let him get into like the actual hunt because I didn't see anything. Go ahead.
Alright, so, yeah, Seth said I walked about 100 yards and,
Louder.
sorry. Walked about 100 yards and, stupid me, like they said, I wasn't using Onyx.
We didn't call you stupid.
I mean, I have I pay for it. The phone's in my pocket. I decided not to use it. I mean, that kind of deduces down to stupid. Long story short, I was not expecting.
it not
Yeah, there you go. Long story short, I ran into a lake. It was like, dang.
Oh, lake.
The man said, "Whoa, watch out! There's water there."
And so I didn't want to disturb Seth because I know we only had like 20, 30 minutes to climb up before daybreak.
So he
And,
decided to disturb Seth and climb right next to him.
I mean, these guys.
Oh man!
So, got in the stand, and actually I was going to ground hunt, and then just changed my mind and climbed the
Louder.
tree. And that tree was tiny behind tree. There wasn't a whole lot to climb.
I'm surprised. Never mind. Go ahead.
And,
About that big around.
yeah,
Yes,
something
it was
like
tiny.
that. So, it's
Yes.
it was that tiny. It was crazy. About 7:20. Yeah, I think about 7:20.
Yeah, it was about
A pig come out.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
A pig comes out, and I mean, I'm sure you've heard these guys in the podcast. They see deer all the time. They got property, they hunt and all that. And me, I'm not as avid hunter as these guys are, so I haven't pulled the trigger in about 2 years. And the adrenaline rush is insane. And so I put my rifle up and saw the pig walking and took a shot.
This also was his first pig ever.
Ever, yes, yeah.
So I mean, he was.
I mean, that was,
He was amped.
yeah.
I mean, he was super pumped.
I took the shot. About a second after I took the shot, I saw the hog drop down, and then it just squealed and took off into the woods, and it ran in the thicket and then quit. And I was like, oh, sweet. And then I see another pig come out from a different angle, or so I thought. Come to find out it was the same pig, but yeah.
And y'all found that out by when y'all were tracking, right?
But
Y'all followed the blood
We
trail.
followed the blood
And
trail and
came
it did a
back
circle.
out right where you saw
So
the,
literally,
the
we
quote,
followed the
unquote,
blood
second-
Yeah,
and we went in this thicket. I mean, thick.
yeah.
They come back around and went like in the center of this little thicket, and we're like,
Where
why
the
does dude
heck?
just do a big old circle?
And
then it came back around, and he's talking about that other pig,
yeah.
and so he's like, let me go see
Yep.
where the other pig was standing, and then there was blood there. He goes, that was
Oh.
the same pig.
Oh,
And I will say this from the tracking. You know that saying, bleeding like a stuck pig?
Yeah,
This
there
trigger
was,
was the definition of bleeding like
yeah,
a
there was
stuck pig.
blood everywhere.
Yeah, it was bleeding.
There was blood everywhere. Also, there's like a miniature lesson learned on this.
Oh,
this
yeah,
morning
absolutely.
was
When it comes to
Shoot.
pigs, man.
again.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh
mean,
yeah,
Shoot again.
shoot.
If you see, especially pigs, if you see a pig, shoot it.
Yeah, they're
And
nuisance.
then if
We
you
won't
see
go.
another pig, shoot it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
until you're out of ammo in the stand. Like,
Yeah.
like, just keep shooting them.
I will say this about the pig. You know, definitely Andy hit the nail on the head. Definitely going to try and do that next time. My thing is just growing up, we didn't want to take shots of wound animals. We never try to do that. We want to try to get the meat that we take shots at. So we I got a glimpse of the pig. I mean, I reloaded quick as crap. I mean, I did have another round in the chamber.
Yes, I can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there may be YouTube footage of this. We have no idea yet.
No,
Not
'cause
that.
as soon as he shot, I grabbed my gun.
And
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was ready.
Yeah.
That sounds like low fate.
I just heard the squeal, and I was
Yeah.
hoping there was more.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was hoping they would scatter, and
Yeah.
I would just be able to pop one.
I wish, but yeah, I reloaded and I saw the pig come out, this quote unquote second pig that's in turn was the same pig, and I had 2 or 3 opportunities, and it started getting a little further, and I just didn't want a chance. Loaded them.
Now, this is what I will say. I would rather you not take a shot that you're not comfortable
Yeah,
with
yeah.
than to take a shot and injure an animal.
That was
Yeah,
that's
that
not
was
our
that-
goal.
Yeah.
But it is something now that he knows. Like when it comes to pigs, if you
Oh, yeah.
have a shot, take it. If you're comfortable with
Yep.
it. Don't ever take a shot you're not comfortable.
Because if I'd have been quick, I could have. I mean, he was looking right at me. I could have popped him in the head, dropped him. But anyways, I'll let Andy and Shane tell y'all the rest of the story because it's about to be a wild one.
Me and oh my goodness.
Orange?
Orange?
Him and
So,
orange?
Me and Andy, this guy,
Hi.
in case y'all didn't know. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, we were sitting together. We got in later than we wanted to. When we were walking in, it's a pretty easy walk from the buggy. When we were walking in, we had some owls over to our right. Like we could see their eyes. That was that was really
that
cool.
was cool,
It was
yeah.
kind of wicked looking too.
There was 2 of them.
Yeah, it was.
I was
wicked
like,
looking. And then we had, I don't know how many deer it was, but we had a couple does start blowing at us and take off running. And in my experience, anytime you have a doe blow at you, it's not normally good.
Yeah.
So they blow at us, and I was like, that really blows because we got in there.
Good play on words.
I wasn't even trying to. I'm just that good. So yeah, it was frustrating because we got in later than we wanted to. Deer are obviously in the area. Pigs are obviously in the area, and
Good grief.
Heard that.
Oh, they ain't got no mufflers.
but and so then we're looking. We have these 2 specific trees that are perfect for both of us to climb up, and for whatever reason we couldn't find them.
Could not find.
Could not find them. We
could not
walked
find them.
we walked circles for probably 10 minutes, and I finally looked at Andy. I was like, and I was getting pretty frustrated.
Yeah.
I looked at Andy. I was like, look, we just got to climb. We got to find 2 trees that'll work, and we got to climb. Little do we know, we ended up climbing the correct trees.
Yeah, wild, right? That's also the second time that's happened. So when we come out here for the bonus hunt a couple weeks ago,
We got to do a different marking system.
yeah, we climbed we're like, I think these are the right trees, but we climbed backwards, like we
Facing
climbed
the wrong way.
facing the
Again?
thicket. No, not this
Oh,
time.
I
I'm
was
saying
like,
last
oh my
week. Yeah,
God.
so we climbed them facing the wrong
No,
way.
we knew which way to face this time.
Yeah, we knew which way to face this time. We just thought we were in the wrong.
So we
trees.
climbed. It ended up being the right tree to face the right way. The setup was, as far as where we were at, was perfect.
Yeah, we were sitting
The
good.
problem was because we were late. When we climbed, I don't know about Andy. My stand was set up, jacked up, and I had the camera mount and all that stuff. And where it was at was like right on the base of my neck, and then my stand was all jacked up. It was the top 5 most uncomfortable sits I have ever had in my life.
Mine was actually set pretty good.
Mine was, I was
Yeah,
not.
but you don't have to like. I mean, I know it's not a lot with the cameras and stuff, but it does. I mean, that's extra stuff. Like if you put if you put your foot piece in 2 inches in the wrong spot,
Dude, you ain't lying.
you know what I mean?
You gotta get it
like,
right.
It's not, and if
it
you're
takes
adding
a
an
sec-
element.
It takes a second to set all that stuff up because we got a mount that hooks up to the tree,
Yeah.
and it's got a strap on it, and that way I can control the camera, or whoever can control the camera.
Yeah.
And so I had that set up too low, my foot piece was too high, and my top piece was all wonky. It was a bad set. Like,
It
at
was
one
like
point,
compressed. Everything.
at one point, I ended up sitting like this because the bar on my stand was digging into my back, and that thing was digging into my neck bone. And so I was sitting like this, miserable,
Yeah.
absolutely miserable. So we're sitting there, and then 5 minutes before shooting light, a buggy comes by and parks
Right behind my
right
buggy.
behind the buggy.
Well, my dad's buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right behind the buggy. And we heard them park. And I was, this is how frustrated I was. I thought they were about to walk in on us because they parked on the same side of the road as us. And typically, of course, whatever side of the road you park on is where you're going in.
Yeah, I mean that kind of.
So they parked directly behind the buggy on the same side as us. So I turned around and said, "We're in here."
It was much louder than that, by the way. Like,
And-
he basically yelled it like. I mean, like,
And Andy looked at me. I said, "No matter. This hunt is chalked."
Yeah. We got, and I want to say, did we not get blown at twice?
No, we got blown at another time.
Oh, okay. But
You're starting to combine
yeah,
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is starting to kind of just all mesh
Run
together. But yeah, Shane's like,
This hunt's chalk. We got up late. I already knew my stand was uncomfortable. I didn't know how uncomfortable at the time. People were walking in on us, and I was like, I didn't think we were in the right trees. It was still dark. We couldn't actually see how well we could see because there was a watering hole that we wanted to be able to look at.
yeah,
And it's 75 yards away,
yeah,
and even at shooting light, you can't see that watering hole.
Yeah.
So, I was probably more frustrated than I should have been. I'm sure a lack of sleep had something to do with
I
it.
heard that.
We're in
And things,
camper
I
all
just felt like
day
things
long.
weren't
Doesn't
going right. And
Yeah.
so I yelled that, and Andy he looks at me all shocked. I was like, "Dude, the hunt's chalked. It don't matter."
Yeah, he 100%, and he's not exaggerating any of that. Like,
Yeah, I was not having a good time that morning. So we're sitting there, and I am not happy. I look at Andy, and I say, "Andy, this is top 5 most uncomfortable sit I've ever had."
yeah.
And then 3 minutes later,
It wasn't very long.
he looks at me and says, "Pig." I'll let
Yeah.
you go from there. on
Yeah.
out.
So after we heard a shot, which we were pretty confident it was
One of them.
one of them two, we were sitting there probably 5-10 minutes, and then Shane's like, "Andy, this is one of the top 5 most uncomfortable."
We were
sits."
actually contemplating getting down to go.
Yeah,
in
to go
case
help.
they needed a track because Thanksgiving morning we got to go visit our
Yeah,
family.
we got to get with it.
If they got a track, we need to go ahead and get on.
Yeah, he said that, and we were confident that one of them had shot. I had really just went ahead and thought, well, let's just go. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't want to be late for
Yeah. Somebody shot, so let's go find it type thing. But I didn't say anything at first. Not long after that, Shane's sitting there. I'm just looking out, and I see something move down the. So it's like a big bottom, and I see something move down to the bottom, but I couldn't see what it was. Then I see it come out of the bottom.
out of that watering hole. Really.
Yeah, out of the watering hole, and I'm like, Shane, big, Shane, big. And he looks up, and he's like, okay, I forget what he says or whatever. It all like this whole thing happened in a matter of a minute.
Yeah.
'Cause
As soon as you said it, I hit record.
Yeah. And I didn't. This comes to effect of, which we've all said it multiple times before. We are first hunters, second content creators when it comes to hunting.
Yeah.
I didn't not one time ask him. Did I? I don't think I did.
No.
Not one time did I check.
We've already talked about it. We don't ask
Yeah,
argue
yeah.
on it
Yep.
or anything like.
If you
we
got the
get
gun-
shot, great. But you take the first good clean shot that you can get.
Yeah, and it was moving. It wasn't walking like slow, but it wasn't like getting with it. It was somewhere. I mean, it was just moving at a pretty steady, walking, quick pace. And I went to get set up, and I'm left-handed, And the way I had my stand set up was a little bit facing to the right. So everything was kind of to my left, which is, as a left-handed shooter, is not ideal. You want it to your right so that you can move easier. Well, so I had to like kind of turn in my stand. I get set up, and I'm following it, and it goes behind the tree and comes back, and I'm like, dang, this thing's not stopping. I've never shot a pig. I don't shoot rifles very much at all. I shoot a lot of shotgun, but my rifle shooting is not that great. We'll
That's
say
all
that.
I'm going to change this summer.
Yeah. I do want to shoot a lot more, but that's besides the point. So I get set, and I'm like, when it comes through this gap, I've got to try and take a shot on it, moving or not. So it moves through the gap. I pull the trigger. At the time, I thought I hit it. It runs. At that point, it starts to run. It runs probably 15, 20 yards and just stops. Puts his nose down, kind of hanging out. I'm like, okay, that's maybe I didn't hit it. You know what I mean?
That's when I was pretty confident he missed the first shot.
Yeah. But as soon as I shot, I re-racked one. I mean, we're ready to go. I sat back. I got back on it again. Pulled the trigger. It was still. I don't know if they'll be able to see any of the pictures or any of that stuff from that pig anywhere. Maybe on Instagram, on Facebook,
and Instagram.
I know you're not going to see it on TikTok. TikTok's going to take that down quicker than.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're
you
watching
ain't
our.
lying.
They're watching
They're
our
already
stuff.
watching our stuff. They've already took videos of us down, but
He took the face of it off.
yeah. I shot.
If you want to see the actual like gruesome pictures, get with us personally.
Yeah,
We're going to post the
yeah.
clean ones,
The
as clean
cleanest
as they
one.
can be.
Yeah.
But if you want to see what it actually looked like, you can get with us and we can actually show y'all.
Yeah, we can send it to you.
It's pretty
It's gruesome.
straight out of a
lot.
horror movie.
I shot and it hit probably right under the top jaw and went through the head, through like the bottom neck and the
Raised
front shoulder, grazed
Yeah.
the shoulder, and did not move. Well, I say didn't move, didn't go anywhere. It kind of
Kicked
rolled
around.
around and kicked and all that for a couple minutes. I mean, it probably wasn't 10 minutes, maybe.
It wasn't even that long.
We got down. I'm sure you'll also see this too. But I shoot. I'm like all pumped and amped and let's go, and immediately like, all right, let's get down. Like I was ready to go.
I was like, let's give it a minute.
I was like, let's go. I'm ready to go see it. You know what I mean? So we walk over there, pick it up, man. I mean, that's I've shot deer, I've shot duck. Most of all, pretty much you're gonna shoot around our area is deer and duck and
Yeah.
pigs. Pigs, the only thing I had never shot before. I was amped, man. It's
So Andy is a duck hunter primarily.
yes,
Seth's primarily a deer hunter. I do both. And I looked at Andy, I said, duck hunter to duck hunter, you cannot tell me that the way you're feeling right now compares to shooting a duck, period.
yeah. So, and I'll be honest. I mean, it doesn't. Like that is way
That is amazing.
It's a minivan. A minivan with a
Minivan
back rack.
just road by camp. That's crazy. But shooting something like that is
Especially with
like an insane. Like it's. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely way more exciting pulling the trigger on that type of animal, even a deer. Pulling the trigger on a deer, a pig, versus a duck is so much better. That side of things.
especially with the time that we have put into
Yeah.
this week, the hours that have gone into this week.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows us personally. knows how much time and how much effort we have put into this. It's been
Yeah, our families are like, again, are going back out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yes.
it's been nonstop. I mean, but it has paid off. I mean, this.
It has paid off.
There's been literal. I can't say tears, but there's been blood and sweat involved in this. I mean, we've been cut up. We've been sweating. We've walked miles and miles and miles. We've spent. God, I don't even know how much money we spent on this trip.
Too much.
Not even counting this. I mean, just this week alone was expensive.
This week alone.
But everything leading up to it, the
yeah,
gas, the time, everything. We're bringing lunches and all kinds of. We have put in time, money, effort, everything into this hunt. So being able to squeeze the trigger, it go down. There's such a. It's almost like a mission complete, a mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
it's like a
just-
sigh of relief. Like, it's just like, holy cow.
Yeah, because I mean,
All
not
that-
everybody's
all that
this
was
lucky,
worth
and we've been many a times not this lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was how that hunt ended.
And then we got the pig out.
Yeah,
We got to the buggy.
We needed help tracking.
They needed help tracking.
and they were pulling up.
yeah, so they pulled up and we're like, pig down. You know, we're like, and they're
we're all
like,
pumped up.
we've got a great blood trail, but we don't want to, you know, let's go ahead and everybody help. Let's get it, because we got to go to Thanksgiving. So we're like, bet. So we
Yeah,
drive
except this time it's what 8:30.
at the earliest. I say it's 8:30.
Yeah, so let's just go with
because
about
I shot it was 7:45 when I shot.
Yes.
So it had to been. We sat there for at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something like that.
And then
we
drug
got
it
down.
out.
And then took pictures there and drug it out. So it's probably 8:30 at this time.
Yeah.
We go back. They pull up. We go back to where they parked. We walk back. We see his stand. We're walking through. Seth shows us. He says, "Yeah, man, look at my tree right there. I was tucked up in there. You couldn't see me. Nobody could see me."
No.
And then we walk by, and we're like, "Well, dang, Robbie stands right there." He's like, "Yeah, I know." I was
And the
like,
butt
"No
naked
way."
open.
Yeah. Robbie's on
I
a
mean,
bare
it's-
tree.
It's like climbing. It's like climbing one of those. I don't know if
Whoa.
y'all can see them.
Yeah, y'all might not be able to see it, but like it was like just one tree. Like Robbie stands on it. I was like, "Oh my."
So I didn't get to tell y'all. I had a different tree picked out, and I go to I get my stand ready, go to put it around it, and there's poison ivy on it, and so I was kind of chalked about that. So that's kind of when I decided to ground hunt, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna hit that tree right there. So that's kind of why that tree got chosen.
Gotcha.
We didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the first. I think any of us.
No, he told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say us two had no clue about that,
I
but
did forget about that.
Yeah.
Until he said it again, I
Yeah.
did forget about that.
yeah. So, but we walked through. They got the blood. The last, you know, I mean, you
They're
walk
showing
up
us
and
the blood. I mean,
it looks like a murder. I mean, legit murder scene. Like,
Yeah, it was
It was
everywhere.
wild. I mean, there was blood everywhere. On
We
limbs.
knew it was dead.
Yeah, for sure. Oh well, we can get into that part of it in a minute, but so we walk. We it leads to water, and we're like, dang, that jerker probably went through this water. So me and Seth walk around the water, try and find blood over there. We're not seeing anything.
Then
You-
I find blood.
It like took a hard
yeah, like
right.
it went to the water and then like turned around and went straight back
Yeah.
the way it came.
And so I found blood, and it was at that point it was almost like a track meet. I mean, it was blood. I mean, you'll see this in the video. I'm sure at some point in the YouTube video.
Yeah, because
Oh,
this
but
podcast
this-
is gonna be out way before the video is.
Yes.
Yeah, and this podcast may run a little long as well.
Yeah.
So just bear with us. But I mean, it's blood as we're walking, and we're seeing blood everywhere. We're like, holy cow!
Yeah, so like it was just blood everywhere. And we got to another thicket, and then we had those two people that were in that buggy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys on the buggy that
Parked right behind me and Andy. So they ended up being duck hunters. We found that out. But they parked right beside our buggies while we're tracking.
Again, we're like, what the heck?
What are these guys doing? And so we just keep tracking blood. And then we hear them, hey, there's blood over here on this road. And so we're like, bet, let's go over there.
Yeah, because that was a good, 20, 30 yards?
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
yards maybe?
And so we go over there and we talk to them, find out they're duck hunters, talk to how many birds they killed and all that stuff. That's what we got. Like, we got one pig in the buggy.
Turns out they want to hunt. They hunted somewhere we've talked about hunting.
Yeah, they hunted a place that we have marked to go and duck hunt.
That's besides the point.
Yeah, but so we talked to them. They're like, "What do y'all guys?" So we got one pig in the buggy. We're tracking another one now. I was like, we got Thanksgiving to get to. So we got to go ahead and get on with it. They're like, "Yeah, cool, no big deal," and they leave. And so it's on the road, heading towards where me and Andy are. Me and Andy are like, Andy looks at me.
Yeah, I'm like, no way, right?
And-
Shane says, no way, what?
Yeah, me and Robbie are so confused.
Yeah.
And Shane's pretty confused.
I'm like, there's just no way, right? And they're all like, what are you talking about? I said, this could possibly be the pig that I shot. And they're like, no, there's no way. We're way far away, and right now, it's on the road, and they're just like, no shot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And we're like, well, I mean, at this point, we're like, maybe it's a possibility because
Yeah.
it's walking down the road towards where we were.
yeah, it's like heading in the direction we were at. And the pig that I shot, it looked like at the time come from the road, like
Yeah.
from where we were sitting, it come from the roadside. So we were like, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. But we followed the blood down the road, and it's enough blood those guys stopped in the road to see it.
Yeah, they saw it in the road.
it wasn't hard. I don't know how none of us saw it.
I mean, I don't know.
Because it walked right past my buggy, and we got in and went and got them to get help to track it. And then
It
when
walked around their buggy.
Yeah.
yeah, they came to us, so we're all walking around it, and then we all go back to the front, or to where it started, and we
Yeah.
start, and I don't know how we didn't see
I
it.
don't know how we didn't see that blood in the road, but it was everywhere. I mean, there
It was
blood
everywhere.
all
I
over
mean,
the
we
road.
followed it on the road for a good 50 yards.
Yeah,
And then it took a turn into the woods. Like, okay, so maybe it's not the same pig.
yeah, because it took like a hard turn. Into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like,
it's
it went like
It made a straight right turn.
yeah,
And so we're like, maybe not. And then we get into the woods, we track it, and then it takes another turn, and it's heading, at this point, straight for where me and Andy were.
yeah,
And we're like, okay, it's become more of a possibility than what we actually thought.
yeah. And,
And
it's getting
it's
dumb
getting
late at this point
late.
in the morning. We're all like,
We're starting to, we're definitely panicking as far as being late for Thanksgiving because we didn't want to upset none of our family
yeah,
or anything like that. And so we're talking about, we're like, maybe we have to come back and finish tracking. And Andy's like, you know what? I know where the pig came out. I'm going to go over there and look to see if I see blood. So
Yeah.
he takes off, and I'm talking to Robbie like, we're talking through everything. Like, how confident are you in the shot? What do you think of the shot? I need to know everything. I want to know all the possibilities. And the more he's talking, the more I'm like, it may be for real the same pig. And then we hear Andy whistle and say blood. And we go down there, and without a doubt, man, the same pig that Robbie shot, Andy ended up finishing off 400 yards straight through the woods. And by the time all that pig walked everywhere, I mean, he had to have walked circles and everything.
yeah,
I mean, he walked a long ways to get there.
yeah. Definitely, and not the easy way either. Holy,
No,
I mean,
through
he went through
thickets
some
and-
thick stuff. Laid down at one point. Remember
Yeah.
that? Laid down by that tree. Y'all
Yeah.
like, oh, he had to have laid down right here. So we're getting close.
Yeah.
That jerker was, when we saw him, I had never seen I've never been in a stand or in the woods and seen a pig while hunting. So I had no idea, like Shane said about the mouth thing.
Have I talked about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have now.
Yeah.
I think
We've done so many cut and stops in this
Yeah.
thing with this podcast. It's going to be a little jacked up, some of it, but yeah. So Shane said something about the mouth being open, walking, and he's like, "Why is it doing that?" I didn't know that was any. I had no reason to think anything
it was
about it.
weird enough for me that I actively, while filming the pig and looking at it, I had that thought cross my mind: why is that pig's mouth open
Yeah,
while it's walking?
yeah. So
Now it makes sense.
but yeah, I had no idea. So I mean, but it wasn't moving to us.
And before we even knew it was a possibility, I said something to him while we were standing at the pig. I was wondering why this pig's mouth was open, because of course the jaw had got. So I was like, maybe it.
It looked like when we first walked up, it looked like the jaw, because it was on the side that I shot off. so you can still see a little bit of like the top jaw.
And it
On
wasn't
the
like
side?
it didn't like it was gushing blood. It
Yeah.
had been like that for a minute.
Yeah, so it looked like Shane even said something to me. He's like, "Hey, make sure you mention something about this thing ain't got no jaw, because that just shows how tough these pigs are." You know, and I picked it up and I was like, "No, I shot the jaw."
Yeah.
Like we had no idea. Like, at that point, we didn't even touch it yet. You know what I mean? So it's just. And then I shot twice, so we saw the one bullet hole with the intestines coming out, and then flipped it over and saw, obviously where I killed it. And it was
The
like,
way it all unfolded, it was
It was
great. He
insane.
shot twice. I thought he missed the first shot, and then we get down there, it's got 2 bullet holes, and we're like, okay, you didn't miss the first shot, just hit it back. And turns out Robbie hit the first shot, Andy missed, and then finished it off.
yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But then we're all like sitting at the buggy waiting on Robbie, because at this point we're like all about
like
gasping for
9:30,
air. It's
9:45.
9:45 ish, and we're like, we've got to get back, because we're all like gonna make it to Thanksgiving by like the skin of our teeth. Like it's gonna be close.
Yes.
And so we're like, Robbie, you go get your stuff, and it seemed like an eternity sitting at that buggy.
Get him getting his stuff.
Yes.
It felt like forever.
It did.
It
I had to
probably
walk
was
around
only
my-
like,
I know.
Yeah, I know. He had his jacket marking blood on one side of the
Looking
the
back,
water
we
hole.
should have went in with him. I thought he was
Yeah.
just getting a stand. I forgot about his jacket.
Yeah, I
and
did
stuff.
too. I didn't know. I forgot all about
We're
it.
bad friends.
Yeah, right. For real.
Made him go in there all by
But
himself.
finally, he gets back out. I mean, there's footage in the YouTube video of us sitting in the buggy, just talking about
how we
how
need to get
late
back.
we're gonna be and how much trouble we're gonna all be in. And
Which we weren't. Thankfully.
I'm gonna say, I don't think any of us got in any.
No.
Like, my wife wasn't upset. Yeah, or any of it.
Everybody knows how much time we spent on this. I think they were just excited for us.
Yeah, they were excited. Like my wife's aunt is a doctor up in Atlanta. I think she was the most excited out of my wife's entire side of the family to see the pig. Like as soon as I get there, she's like, "Did you get it?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." I said, "It's out in the truck." She's like, "Oh, for real? I want to
didn't-
see it."
We didn't even bother skinning it. We literally strapped to Andy's truck. His dad met him on the interstate,
With a
gave
cooler.
him a cooler. He bought ice, threw it on the pig, and we were gonna come back and skin it this evening. So we go and we do Thanksgiving with the family. Me and Seth are able to strike out a little hard because we only do one Thanksgiving. It's a lunch thing, and then everybody kind of disperses pretty quick. And
Also, real quick, y'all's Thanksgiving menu was pretty much our draft, wasn't it?
no, Mom got the Thanksgiving menu from the draft.
Everything
That
on
was
the
her
draft
exact words.
was
it?
Yes.
Oh,
Was-
that's awesome.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
So y'all had some good food then for sure.
Yes.
Because it was like everything we
I
want.
almost took a picture of my plate.
Dang,
didn't
that's
we?
crazy.
I don't know. I should have. My plate was loaded with
Yeah,
everything.
it's like, I love this. Oh, I love this.
Yes.
Oh, I love this.
Yes.
Just on and on. That's crazy.
So me and Seth, we go ahead and we're like, let's go ahead and get out of here. We said our goodbyes and came straight back out. And we get here and we have, within 10, 15 minutes, we're back in the buggy. We're going out to go hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to mess with the main area we've been hunting.
Because we were already running a little late.
It was running a little late, and so
And it's a little trek back there. Like,
yeah, and so we picked a spot that the road is closed, and it's a long walk, and there's not many people's going to make that walk. And we're like, let's just get our stuff,
Go.
walk down there, and sit on the ground. And so we get all our stuff, we pack up, we go, and we walk. Me and him separate by like 200-300 yards. He goes in the little bottom. I'll go down 200-300 yards. I go in the bottom, and we're sitting there just chilling. We're full of Thanksgiving food, just enjoying nature. Not,
did you fall asleep?
I did not fall asleep.
Oh, I would have definitely fell asleep after Thanksgiving.
No,
for
I was
sure.
where I was sitting was not very comfortable.
Oh.
Again. Again.
No, but yeah,
You
well,
must
I was sitting on a freaking tree root.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
that's
like
tough.
there's nothing comfortable about a tree
Yeah.
root. But I had high hopes because where I was at was absolutely beautiful. When I walked in, I don't know if it was a pig, if it was a deer or what, but jumped some stuff up out of there. So it was a beautiful spot. And I'm sitting there. I think I ended up playing a game on my phone, and then I hear a shot, and I was like, "There's only one person even remotely close to me, and it was him." And I wish I'd have been videoing myself because as soon as he shot, I looked up. It's like, that was close. And I just start packing up my stuff.
Yeah, so whenever we split, I went in this little, they had a little cutting, I guess, where they, park equipment or whatever.
Yeah.
And I walked through that about 50, 75 yards, and I literally sit on the ground, and we weren't there long. I mean, 45 minutes?
Yeah, it was not long.
I mean, I wasn't there
No,
long.
that's my kind of sit. I'm not.
I literally, on the walk back, I said, that's probably one of the records sits,
Especially
time-wise.
public land, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and like I hear stuff behind me. I kind of hear stuff everywhere, but it's probably squirrels, and they're fooling me. And so I'm looking behind me, and I look back in front of me, and this buck starts trotting off, and I'm like, oh crap! So I grab the gun, I put it on the shooting stick, and I look at the camera, but it stopped and looked at me, and I was like, I ain't got time. And I put it in the scope, and it was behind a little bit of brush, but I seen his head and I seen his his neck and a little bit of his chest, and I shot him right in the chest, and it went 20 yards.
20 yards max.
Yeah, you'll see some of that.
You'll see that entire tracking job, if that's what you want to call it. You'll see that entire tracking job on video for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get up and I immediately start walking down the road, and we have terrible service, but you can get service every now and then. So I texted him and said, I'm heading your way because he's on the ground, I'm on the ground. Granted, we got orange, just don't want to take no chance. I texted and say, I'm on the way to you, and I'm walking down the road, and I go to that little clear cut he's talking about, and I'm looking and I see his orange. And I was like, sweet, so I whistle. So he knows I'm coming, and he turns, and all I see is his arms go up. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm talking amped, and so you'll see that on the video too. I mean, I'm walking up to him, videoing. I mean, just absolutely stoked. You see our mess of a stuff that we have laying on the ground from sitting on the ground and all that stuff too. I think you just got done reading your Bible, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was probably 10, 15 minutes
I mean,
after.
his Bible was literally sitting right next to his bag. It's like he put his Bible down and then had to shoot.
Yeah, it wasn't long. It wasn't long at all.
That's awesome.
I mean, his Bible. I mean, you'll see it in the video. It's just a little black
Oh, really?
book. I mean,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's in the video. I
Oh,
mean, it's
wow.
sitting right
That's
there
pretty
next
cool.
to his stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so, I mean, just we've said it 100 times. We'll say it 100 more times, and the amount of time and effort we have put in has been almost, to some, it has been crazy. Like they don't
sure.
understand why they don't
Yeah.
understand. And so to see it pay off the way at this point, we have 2 animals down. We're like,
Yeah.
dude, this is
Great.
This
We're
is
on cloud 9, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we're-
the pressure's gone.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pressure's gone. If we
we're
don't
at-
kill anything else the whole time we're out here,
Yeah, we come back to camp.
can't
We're,
say, hey,
have
we're
one.
chilling. Yeah,
We
we're
have
chilling and all that stuff. So, I mean, me and Seth shot the deer. We get it, we drag it out, pick it up, we come back to camp, and it just gets done with shooting like when we get back to camp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, it
it's
was
a-
such a short sit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we have it in the back of the buggy, and we're like, well, we'll just wait on the guys because we got to
Yeah.
scout the pig anyways.
yeah, we got
Get some pictures of them together and all that stuff. And so Robbie pulls up, and the buck's sitting in the back of Seth's buggy.
in the
There's
dark, so you can't really see it.
Yeah, and then there's a case of waters back there as well. And so Robbie gets up, like, hey man, what's up? Glad you made it back and all that stuff. And I was like, hey, you mind going to grab me a water out that buggy while you're up? And he looks over there, he's like, when did y'all get this? We're like, an hour ago. And it's not 20 minutes later, we hear Andy coming. So like, gotta do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Andy pulls all the way around. He's
And
got some
headlights
right
are
behind
on it.
lights. Headlights hit it. I was like,
Oh,
oh, no,
he
he
sees
saw
it.
it.
So the
Oh.
good thing about that is, though, my windows are dark, so like anything out the sides or anything,
Well, I thought,
Dude, his windshield.
But I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Canopy.
the
probably
canopy,
blocked it.
I couldn't even see y'all when I pulled up.
Yeah,
okay,
because
good.
it's
I
like-
thought-
yeah,
I
we
thought
thought
for
we
sure
thought
you
it was
seen
front, and so Andy's a very animated person.
No, not me.
Yeah, and very loud.
Oh,
and so
my
I use the same line with Andy. I'm like, hey man, while you're up, go ahead and grab me a water out of that buggy. He takes one step and looks up. He's like, and just
Freaks out.
mode.
Yeah.
Freak out.
Let's
mode.
go!
You know?
And so then the amp up just
Oh,
happens
yeah.
all over again, man. There's like high fives going on.
Yeah, it's just like,
Fist
you get a
bumps
high five, you get a high five. Like Oprah and Cars, bro. Like, everybody gets them.
Yeah, we're like,
Oh,
okay, we got some work to do now.
Yeah.
And so we load everything up. We go to the skinning rack and skin it all out. Come back, we're beat.
We were going to record the podcast when we got back from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I said, we were like, we'll record the podcast, you know, Thanksgiving when we get back. And I see the pig, everybody gets, you know, I'm looking at it. I was like, we got work to do. We're going to have to record the podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we pretty much,
Yeah. By the time we get done skinning everything out and get back, it's what, 9:30,
yeah.
something like that.
Dump guts and all that, yeah.
So it's like 9:30. We get back. We're like I said, finally the pressure's off. Everybody's just chilling. We're having a good time. We're getting tired because it was a very long day.
Yeah, it was a long, to
I
kill
had
two
over-
animals on Thanksgiving, like, I mean, that's already a crazy day.
And go and eat Thanksgiving, come back, skin them out. I had over 15,000 steps
Yeah, that's crazy.
that day
On a Thanksgiving belly.
on a Thanksgiving belly.
That's not good.
So,
The good thing is not all those steps. was
I
on
know,
the
but still.
yeah, but a good
We-
portion of it, 'cause we walked a long
we
way.
walked a
together.
long
Oh, yeah.
That's a long
true.
road.
Yeah.
That's Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie walked
Yeah,
that same.
that's where Robbie went and sat.
His first
just on the
time.
opposite side.
Yeah, he was,
Tuesday afternoon.
is the same spot. But he wound up coming back a little early to
to
cook dinner.
get that chili. Yeah.
So that's so we come back, we're hanging out, we're chilling, we go to bed, we're like, all right, well, we need to get up early in the morning. I had already decided where me and Andy were going to sit because now I'm on the gun.
Yeah.
And Andy's
Yeah,
recording.
the agreement was, he'll record till I shoot, and then obviously once I shoot, we switch. Just because
Yeah.
we've hunted together every single time.
Yeah.
So and that's only fair. You know what I mean? Like there's no
Yeah,
sense
and I've said this before, and I can actually confirm it now. Filming Andy shoot that pig was just as exciting as if I shot the pig.
yeah.
I mean, just the experience of it and all that stuff. I mean, afterwards I was like, I don't know how good of footage I got, but I think I got some of it. But like, let's freaking go.
Yeah. We were both.
We were
We-
amped.
We were cold. That was probably the coldest morning so far, I think.
Yeah, that was
That was
morning.
cold.
Yeah.
And we were punching the crap out of each other's hands. Like, and then afterwards, we're like, oh,
We were playing
God.
Bloody Knuckles from way back here.
Yeah.
Freaking
Yeah, it's
haymaker.
wild, dude.
And so I'm on the gun, so I'm excited. I actually haven't even had the chance to shoot nothing but I think one hunt. I think opening morning and afternoon is the only time that I've gone out and I was the primary shooter.
Yeah. Rifle season. I
Opening
was
day,
I
you were
was
the primary
yeah, I was the
shooter.
shooter,
If we
yeah.
could have doubled up, we would have.
Yeah, right, yeah,
And we had the
yeah.
chance. It was a small doe. I said, no, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna worry about
right.
it. So I'm excited. I haven't had an opportunity much. I'm looking forward to it. And we get in there early. We're sitting on the ground. We parked the buggy. It's a 600-yard walk into where we're hunting.
Yeah, it was just at
It
600.
was like 592
yeah,
or something like
it
that.
was.
It was a long walk in.
Which
We get in
now,
there.
granted, of it, a good bit of it was open bottom.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a
it was
crazy
easy. It was
walk.
easy walking. It just takes a minute to get back there.
Yeah.
So we get it all set up, and where I'm first set up, I mean, we get in there and we hear stuff immediately,
Everywhere. Yeah.
and nothing blowing at us, like just stuff moving around. And everywhere I'm hearing movement, because I shoot right-handed, is all on this side. I look at Andy about 10 minutes before daylight, and I was like, "Look, if I'm going to make this move, I need to make it now."
Yeah.
I said, "I
It
need
turned out
to
pain
adjust over
Yeah.
because I can shoot everything this way, and now I have this I can shoot at."
Right.
And so we go ahead and make the adjustment. We still hear stuff moving. We didn't spook anything off. I was like, I'm feeling good. And we're sitting there, and I'm so excited. Normally I can go to sleep, especially when it's dark. And I'm actually sitting in this chair on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to sit back and close my eyes, and I just can't. And so finally it gets daylight, and I can see how well in this bottom I can see. I was like, there is a real chance that's,
Yeah.
we're going to see something.
Yeah. You can make a good shot.
Yeah, there was one place I had like 170, 180 yard shot through this bottom. And so we're sitting there and we're hearing stuff, and then I hear voices that sound like coming from the road. I was like, Andy, you hear that? And he stops and he listens and he ends up hearing it. And And so we're just sitting there, and it wasn't 3 minutes later. I look over to my left, which is where Andy was sitting, because we thought we heard something over there. So I look over there, and then I hear something to my right. And I look over, and out steps this doe, at this point 20 yards from us. And it's just walking. And luckily I already had my gun up on the shooting stick, and I was sitting up, I was sitting straight up with the gun on the shooting stick. And I look and I see that doe. I was like, there's no way this doe doesn't see us. It walks within 7 yards.
Dude,
I could have spit on the deer.
Yeah, it was close.
It was so close that I had to wait for it to walk past me to be able to pick up my gun. And when I did that, it darted. And so as soon as it darted, I got it to stop. It stopped. It was in a weird spot. I put my gun down and looked, put it back in the scope, pulled the trigger. It run 20 yards and dropped right in front of us.
Yep.
So that's
like it happened. So Thanksgiving morning, the pig that I shot, I thought happened quick, right?
Yeah.
We were even talking about it and saying like, dude, that was fast.
That was
Like,
fast.
That was all quick. Like I think the whole from the time we hit record to the time it's dead and we're high-fiving and everything's like right at a minute long, right? I think from the time we seen that go to the time it was dead was maybe 25 seconds.
Yeah.
It was
I'll put it this way.
insane.
Andy hit record as soon as he could, and as soon as he hit record, you hear a boom.
And you see
That doe
yeah.
jumps up and starts wheelbarrowing all the way down and just stops right there.
Yeah, it was quick. I mean, it was bang bang. That doe come out so close, and like Shane just said, he can confirm being just as excited and thrilled as about behind the camera as pulling trigger. That was the same way, dude. That was something. I mean, I'll never forget that. Like,
Oh, dude,
There's no way.
I've never been that close to a live deer in the woods. I mean, reach out. If I wanted to, I could have threw my rifle 2 feet and hit that deer. I mean, it was.
it was.
By the time
so
it was
close.
reached all the way out, with my arm extended, and if I just tossed it, it would have hit the deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
it was-
insanely close.
That's
Never saw
At
us,
one
never
point-
smelled us, nothing. I mean,
That's
I
insane.
was tripping.
we everything kind of settled down, and Shane looked at me and said, "Talk about being camouflage."
Yeah, we were tucked up
Yeah,
in
we were tucked up
a
good, too,
beautiful
yeah.
bush. I mean, we had the mask, the gloves. We're sitting extremely still. So right after that, I go, hey, I want to go ahead and go see this blood. This deer's dead. I want to go look at it. And I go to do this, and we hear a doe blow. So I just sit back down. And for the next 5 to 7 minutes, there's a doe 10 to 15 yards behind us, blowing and stomping, blowing and stomping.
I actually heard that doe before you got up. I thought, I just wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't say nothing. I thought I heard it just boom, boom.
I didn't know what it was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard like a thumping sound. I was like,
Yeah.
you just never know
Yeah.
what it is.
And then it said,
And it, I
And
mean, it
then-
sounded like it was on our neck.
yeah, like it sounded like no joke. I mean, me and Shane kind of was like, holy crap, that's like
Right there.
I told these guys today sitting at camp that it was so close that I had already, like, me and Shane were probably about this close, maybe a little bit further, not much. I had, like, it was so close to us, I had already made up in my mind, if this thing gets within arm's reach, I'm putting it in a headlock. like, I mean, I was gonna try it. You know what I mean?
Could you
'cause at that
imagine?
point-
Could you imagine?
I just see Andy getting
just
drugged
get
by
drugged
a
by a
doe.
doe.
But dude, the story?
Shoot up here amongst us. One of us has got to have some relief.
Yeah, right? Like, somebody's got to give. Like, dude, I swear, like, I just kept picturing it, like, I kept, like, because we wasn't moving. I have a video of Shane.
He has a video of me.
It literally looks like a picture because he's not moving a
I'm
muscle.
talking
Like,
about the gun's on my shoulder and I'm just sitting there because I thought the doe was gonna come out, and if it did, I was gonna let it get to about where the other one was and put it in it.
So like, I had the camera on him, and I'm kind of, like, looking at the corner of my eye, and I'm not, like, moving much. And, like, I just kept thinking, if this mug walks out in between me and him, I'm sticking it in a headlock. It was so close, bro. Hey,
I'm too tired for this.
I'm just telling you, it's the truth.
I'm too
I
tired.
swear, that thought went through my head
Yeah.
on more than one time.
I would
Like,
love to see that.
That would be
If you
funny.
could have got that on video, boy.
oh, it would. Y'all didn't know I done it because the camera was sitting on a tripod between my legs.
So he would have got drug off.
and it was already recording because it would have just got knocked over, and y'all would have been like, "Holy crap, what happened?" This is what would have happened, but it did. So unfortunately, y'all don't get any footage of that. But I wish, because holy crap, that would be insane.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's. So that was we get back to camp. Oh no! Look, we got to talk about dragging that joker out.
Yeah, we drug that joker 600 yards
Yeah, and it
from where it
was
fell.
it was
That
insane.
was what would you estimate? 120, 130 pound doe.
Yeah, that's a big
That
doe.
was a
Yeah,
big.
it was
It's
a
the biggest
big
doe I've
doe.
ever shot.
It's a big doe,
Yeah,
and
big
me and Shane were
Oh,
dog
You'll
tired.
see it. I mean, just be.
the YouTube video, you'll definitely see
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they are
Make sure.
puffing and puffing. They're tired.
Yeah, Seth and Robbie actually, because me and him had intended on sitting till like lunch.
and this
Oh.
happened early. I shot it.
Yeah, not long
Yeah, we
after
heard
they
the
opened.
shot, and I was like, that was their direction.
Yeah.
I was like, that could have been, because me and him at that point were actually sitting together,
Yep.
like tree, like right beside each other,
Yeah.
and we were like, I think that was them.
That was at like 7:05.
It was the first shot of the day.
Yeah, I mean it was early. It was early, but so they were. By the time we drug it out, we got about halfway and said, "Okay, we've got to leave all these chairs and bags and rifles and I mean everything. We left it all sitting in the woods. We're like, we can't. So we got to the wood. We got to the road. Got the dough loaded up. Come back to the stuff and was almost back to the road. And I heard a buggy. I said, that sounds like Seth's buggy. And then Shane says, that buggy just cut off. I was like, that's got to be Seth then.
I was
Yeah.
about to take it and take it back to camp.
We'd have flipped out.
Howard is so mad.
Yeah, we'd have flipped. But,
Well, when we were rounding the corner, before we did, I was like, if Buggy is gone,
We
it was
know.
definitely them.
Yeah.
And it was there. But I was like, in my head, I was like, but it's turned around backwards, backed up into the woods, just so like not back into the woods, just back even with the
We
woods.
weren't letting nobody see that deer with us not being
yeah,
present.
yeah. I mean,
And-
we were 300 yards into the woods. By the time they got it loaded up and was gone, we'd have never known who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we start seeing. We can see them. We hear him cut his buggy off. He actually, I think, videos it showing
Yeah.
up. You know, when they got there and all. But I hear him start the buggy up, and we can see him through the woods now at this point, and we know it's them. So I whistle. I wasn't sure if they'd hear me or not, but they did. And
Once they stopped and got out, I started speed walking. To them.
yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean that
The
whole morning was.
The excitement. I mean, that was 3 hunts in a row, 3 animals down, and you talking about the feeling of relief, and it paid off,
Success.
and it was worth
Yep.
it.
Yeah, right.
I don't
mean, for
care.
real.
I don't care. You can't put a price tag. I would spend just as much money, just as much time, if not more, to do the exact same thing. I mean,
I mean, for heaven's sake, we've spent more money than this probably, and come out here with nothing.
yeah. I mean this trip is up there as far as like all time.
Trips for the boys.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's like one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a hard one to top.
yeah.
Like
yeah. I mean,
for me, anyways.
Yeah.
Like
it's been incredible. I mean,
yeah.
we can't describe, and we've been taking the time to do. We've been praying before hunts. We take the time every day to sit down together. We read a devotional. We read the Bible. It's a total 360 from. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but for me, it's a total 360 from a year ago to today.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible how it's all coming together. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way.
No.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
Well, it's not us, it's him.
Yeah.
oh, for sure. I mean,
I mean, we pray every morning. You know,
Yep.
put us in the right spot and
keep us safe.
yeah, let us just have an opportunity. You know what I mean? And he's presented us with opportunities.
And
we can't say he hasn't.
we
You know,
Gave us 2
capitalized it.
opportunities
Yeah.
on one.
Yeah. I mean, that's how often does that happen? I mean, somebody shoots and then of everywhere that pig can
It
walk.
walks to someone else we know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, there's
It's-
as this is going to sound silly to some. There's only one explanation for it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, and
Yeah.
it's incredible. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, we could get into that stuff, and that's a podcast. That's a whole podcast in
Yeah,
itself.
I mean, that, for
And
real.
when we may do that one day, I mean, it probably would be.
We
a bad
may
idea.
have to do like a week or two later, like in a couple of weeks, like do like a
Yeah.
just like a reflection of this, man. Because this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is insane. I mean, it's
we're
been
still in it. We
yeah,
have,
I mean, we're
we have
literally
another
sitting
sit.
in the camp.
We have
like,
one more sit in the morning,
Yeah,
and it's over. So I mean,
who knows? After,
Lord willing, I mean, we may have some more stuff down on the ground tomorrow.
yeah, which would be
Insane.
so cool.
We'll be
Yeah.
stoked.
If not, I mean, I am 100. I mean, I'm
I'm
happy.
s-
Like,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
so
sad.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
could-
happy
you
with
could
this week has been incredible.
Only thing, biggest, I want Robbie to try to get something.
Yeah,
I do want Robbie to get something. I'm
we
not
need,
gonna
we
lie.
need one
Yeah,
more
we
for
do.
it to be a
A complete, complete.
100%
Success.
completion,
Success.
Yeah.
completed hunt. Robbie really needs to knock something down.
He's next.
and
Yeah.
he's next.
But now
so-
he is going to get. I mean, we've already talked.
Yeah, he's
There's
getting-
some of the meat from
Yeah.
my
Okay.
goat.
Yeah.
He's getting some of the meat from from the pig.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
let's just put it.
I mean, he
I
put
mean,
a
let's be
bullet in
honest.
it.
If he doesn't shoot it, it doesn't come to
come.
us. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that was 100% a team effort. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing has been. I mean, he helped. He
He's
showed
helped
a
him.
new
Yeah.
way to, or not a new way, but a different way of
getting
skinning
more stuff.
my
Yeah.
deer and all that stuff. So I mean, I mean, so he's not coming out of this for one the experience alone, right? But then he's also coming out of it with
with
what's it
some
called?
meat.
Yeah, with I can't think of the word, but some of the not profit.
I don't know.
I can't
I
think of the
don't
word. My brain's going blank.
Yeah. And we're
Yeah.
we're getting we're slowly starting to get delusional. We're laughing at stuff that isn't
Oh.
even funny. Like,
On the way to the town today,
oh, we had to go get ice, and was it on the way there? No, it was
Back.
on the way back.
dude, we were.
We
dying.
laughed for a solid 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
About
my
nothing.
abdomen hurts.
My head was hurting.
Yeah, I mean it was insane, but yeah, we've got one more sit, guys.
We didn't see nothing this evening. None of
this,
us.
this evening nobody saw anything. We got one more sit Saturday morning. Nobody sees anything. We're coming back, doing breakfast, and we're getting the heck out of here. Go and get a shower.
We got a mess to clean
We
up.
got
Oh,
a mess
yeah.
to clean up. But yeah, so at this point, I guess this hunt's over with. So y'all listening, be looking out for the YouTube video because I'm not gonna lie, as excited as we have been to shoot the animals and harvest the meat and do everything the right way. We are I know me personally, I am just as excited to put this video together
This is
because
gonna be so
it's
fun.
gonna be.
I want, for one, we get to relive it, right?
Yeah, because we got to go watch every clip over again that
It's
we've
gonna
got.
take forever.
And we've got stuff on Robbie's phone who never records anything. Like, I don't
My
think he's ever
phone,
recorded anything.
his phone, my
Everybody's
camera,
phone,
his camera.
my camera, my GoPro. Did you record anything on the GoPro that day?
No.
Okay, thank God. That's one thing we don't have
So
to
yeah,
record
so
on.
we get to relive it all over
Yeah.
again. And then y'all get to see our reactions, and y'all be like, okay, if I got that excited over something, I would chase it like that as well.
It's an insane
I think it's
like,
going to really open y'all's eyes to how much we actually just love this.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's literally not about like it's just about like
Fellowship between all of
hanging
us.
out,
And
and then
God's creation and just enjoying ourselves.
and
This
just
is what we do.
enjoying like
This is
and
what
just
we love.
enjoying being in the woods.
Yeah.
Like I know we got to get out of
Yeah,
here.
we got to
but-
wrap this up.
But like, which we're right at 10 minutes, so we're not bad.
Okay.
But me and Shane was talking the other day. It's so easy to fall asleep in the stand because it's so peaceful. There's nothing like I mean, like I know you obviously. Was that? Did I just hear a shot?
I didn't hear a shot.
I
Okay,
coughed.
all right. No, I heard that, but I
Okay.
thought I heard something else. Okay, all right. Maybe I'm obviously tripping. That would be wild. But it's just nothing out here. There's no distraction. There's no. I mean,
No phone
all,
service.
All,
Like,
Yeah.
all you have
It's
out
just-
here is just
us.
us and nature. You know what I mean? It's truly awesome.
It
to
is
be
a
out
bonding experience too,
here.
because like,
Also, this is the first podcast we've ever done all sitting together.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
That's all about, yeah, it's a good point.
that is a good point. But it is a bonding experience too, because like, so we know where each other hunts, right? If you have to trust the people you're with, you know, so like,
Yeah.
if they were to get lost, who else can go look for them but us? No cell phone service.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a unique experience for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, people pay for experience like this with no cell phone service, being out in the wild or the wilderness or whatever you want to call it, in the woods, and doing what we're doing, and we can just come out here and do it. And I mean, honest to God, y'all can too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say it's not for the faint of heart. That's
It's
for
not.
sure.
It could be rough. Now we're living in luxury. We got a camper this year, but we have spent. I mean, me and Andy slept in a tent in 25-degree weather
Yeah,
out here.
that is the truth. We've definitely seen the rough side of things, and I can honestly say now we've seen the plus side of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
It's about time. I'm starting to want to get high fives again.
yeah. Don't bump it. What's up? Let's go. High five. High five. Come on. High five. Let me get one.
I'm not
Let's
getting
go.
up,
No, that's
That
good.
was-
Air
That was
five.
such a hard high five.
So I got pumped, bro.
I know,
All
like-
right, let's
Okay.
wrap this thing up.
All right, guys. This has been the Southern Roots Podcast. Thank y'all for joining. If you've liked what you've heard, if you've enjoyed listening to these hunting stories that we've had this week on our Thanksgiving trip,
Yes, go
please,
all
please,
of our
please.
YouTube channel, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, like, comment, anything. We would very greatly appreciate it.
yeah, make sure you're following us, guys. Also, be looking out on the YouTube channel for the video because it is. I don't know how long it's going to be. Hopefully, it's not crazy. I would like to say probably within 2 weeks, maybe. Maybe.
Just we're gonna do as
We're gonna
as
do
fast
as best as we can,
possibly
as soon as we can, to get it out. But other than that, guys, it's been a blast this week. First live. I mean, technically, this is our first live podcast we've ever done together.
It's about time we get ready for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
Next year starts now.
The countdown starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, with that being said, guys, I'm Andy.
I'm Seth.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm Shane. Remember, always keep those southern roots.